Alright guys, I'm back with my review of this week's episode of WWE Friday Night Smackdown for November 2nd, 2012. Pretty much an average show tonight. Nothing really special happens here, just another tag match main event, so pretty much the normal episode of Smackdown, I guess. But it starts off with Miz TV, and I thought Miz did a great job here in the opening. He's talking about the John Cena AJ storyline. Did John Cena really have an affair with AJ? But he's saying it in a way like he really doesn't care at all. And then he talks about Brad Maddox. He talks about Big Show knocking out Sheamus. And he introduces Sheamus as his guest. And Miz has this theory that he actually cost Sheamus the title. And it was really funny. But it does kind of make sense. He says that he won the tag match for Laurinaitis at WrestleMania, which allowed him to gain power, which then caused him to fire Big Show and bring Big Show back as an angry giant with an ironclad contract, which led to Sheamus losing the title. So I thought that was pretty funny. And he's talking about how he's never been humbled like Sheamus. And then Kofi comes out. Kofi talks about how many times he's beat Miz. Miz goes to do his catchphrase again and gets interrupted a second time by the Big Show. And Big Show says that he shouldn't be trying to take credit for his win, and he should be interviewing him instead of Sheamus. So Sheamus challenges Big Show to another fight. Big Show refuses. Miz tries to attack Kofi but gets tossed out of the ring. And that was your opening segment there. Backstage, Booker congratulates Big Show, and he says he has to give the WWE Universe what they want, and that's a tag match. So it's Sheamus and Miz, or Sheamus and Kofi versus Big Show and Miz. So you kind of saw that coming a mile away. First match is Sin Cara versus Darren Young. I thought this was a decent match here. Darren wins with a gut buster. Afterwards, Titus O'Neil cuts an awesome promo. He's got a whistle. He calls Sin Cara a piñata, and he challenges Ray. So we get Titus versus Ray. Titus misses the three-point stance. Ray rolls him up for the win. Ray and Sin Cara do the millions of dollars dance. And that was it, really. Brad Maddox will apparently give his side of the story on Raw. So that should be interesting, I guess. Backstage, Natalya asks Booker if she can be his assistant since Eve is on the European tour. Otunga shows up and says he should be the assistant. Booker puts him in a match against the returning Great Khali. Just when you thought the show couldn't get any more exciting, we get a Great Khali match. So Otunga spits his coffee on Natalya. She slaps him and he spits some coffee on Teddy. Del Rio comes out for commentary. We get Wade Barrett versus Randy Orton. Del Rio attacks Orton before the match even starts. Him and Ricardo throw him into the ring post a couple times and then they leave. And we still get the match with Orton versus Barrett. Orton hits all his moves. Del Rio comes back out, distracts him. Ricardo gets on the apron, distracts him. And Wade Barrett rolls him up for the win. That's a hell of a lot of interference in one match. I would have been really pissed off if they just had Wade Barrett lose after he was laid out twice, run into the ring post twice. So yeah, I'm surprised they had to do even more interference just to put Barrett over here. Backstage, Orton attacks Del Rio. He throws hot coffee and chili on Ricardo. And he puts Del Rio through a table, kind of. He throws him on top of the table, and the table really just falls over. And Del Rio leaves. And then he puts Matt Striker's face into a cake. And the best part of all this was the three-man band watching it. And then laughing at Striker. Great Khali versus David Otunga. Natalya's watching backstage. Apparently she has a thing for the Punjabi Playboy. Khali wins with a chop. After the match, Natalya thanks Khali for beating up Otunga since he spit coffee on her and talks about how big his hands are. Oh man, I feel so bad for her. Justin Gabriel versus R-Truth. JBL says, this is where the big boys play. I can't be the only person who thought of WCW as soon as he said that. But Truth hits the little Jimmy for the win. Miz tells Big Show to follow his lead if he wants to win. Big Show says tonight he's his superior. and will knock him out if he doesn't follow his lead. So we get the big main event tag match. Kofi and Sheamus versus Big Show and Miz. Kofi starts the match, so Big Show tags himself in. Then Kofi tags in Sheamus, and Big Show tags Miz back in. That was pretty good. And then Big Show shows Sheamus that he can wrestle using Kofi like a toy or something. I also thought that was pretty good. Sheamus gets the hot tag. He destroys Miz. Then he tags Kofi back in for some insane reason, and Big Show breaks up the count. During the chaos, he ends up knocking out Kofi. Miz covers him for the win, and afterwards, Sheamus brogue kicks Miz. So that was it. That was this week's SmackDown. Apparently next week it's going to be a Super SmackDown live show, so it's going to be on Tuesday. Well, they air it again on Friday, but it will be live on Tuesday night, so hopefully it's a good show. I know they usually like to bring out a lot of comedy on the Super SmackDowns, but hopefully it's a good show, and they have some appearances from some of the big names on Raw. Probably Ryback, CM Punk. But yeah, that was this week's episode. Really nothing special. Typical episode. You get the main event tag match. Justin Gabriel versus R-Truth. I'm not saying the match was bad, but who really cares? It's just one of those things. It feels like it's all filler. And of course, we had a bunch of recaps again with the Raw rebound, AJ Cena storyline. They were trying to put that over here. I think they showed the entire final segment of Punk and Foley picking their guys for Survivor Series. The entire thing, including Ryback laying out Cody Rhodes. So it was just a lot of recaps, a lot of filler matches here, and then of course the typical tag match to end the show. So yeah, if you don't watch SmackDown, no reason to go out of your way to catch this episode. And that's it really. So that's my review of this week's show. Hope you guys liked this video. Leave your thoughts on this week's episode in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Bye.